This is the Northwest Comic Show.
Brought to you by Northwest Comic Fest on August 15th and 16th of 2015 in the Salem Convention Center.
Northwest Comic Talks on April 23rd, 2015 at Cinnabar. The Willamette Valley Collectors Market, May 31st, 2015, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
The Northwest Comic Show is also brought to you by the Soup Shack. And the word delicious, and the word soup, and the word sandwiches.
Hi, I'm Carlee Wright, and I'm here today taking over the Northwest Comic Show. You're used to seeing Casey in this seat, but today there's a little role reversal. I'm going to guest host, and I get to interview Casey, because we want to find out all the great stuff about the Northwest Comic Talks, the Northwest Comic Show, everything. He's got so many things going on. So, thanks for being here with me tonight. It's great to see you.
Yes, you too.
So, I guess let's get a little background here. You have the Northwest Comic Show coming up in August.
No, that's the Comic Fest.
Sorry, right, Northwest Comic Fest. We're on the Northwest Comic Show.
Yeah, this is it.
But, so up to that, you've got all kinds of things going on.
Yeah, it's weird.
Before.
Yep, it's true.
And let's get some little background on you, because you're so involved in pop culture stuff. How did you start, like, decide, oh yeah, I'm gonna start a show. I'm gonna start a festival.
Yeah, well, let me see. I don't know, like, where to start with that. I just know that, let me see. I got into comics when I was like 12, but that's probably not what you mean. Like, what made me start a festival?
What made you decide that you want, I mean, it's a big responsibility to do a festival, or to do any event. So what made you decide that you wanted to take on that responsibility?
Well, I've been to a few, and I was like, rock and roll, let's just do this. You know, because I had all these different ideas of what could make a festival a little bit different and more intriguing, in my personal opinion.
And you thought Salem was a good idea for it? Yeah.
I mean, we had the Cherry City one prior, and you know, it's obvious that people want one, you know, or two, or as many as they can get, because the people who are into that culture, they don't decide, well, I did one this year, I'm done. They want, like, infinity awesome events and fun, so...
You're right. I totally agree with that. There's one of those things is that, I mean, once you're involved in pop culture stuff, you really can't get enough of it.
And you can't go back.
And you can't ever go back.
Yeah.
So later this month you have an event coming up.
That's right, the Comic Talks.
So let's go into a little bit of that. What are the Comic Talks?
Well, there are all these different things that were created that are short speeches that are kind of fast-paced and everything, and I thought, let's do something that talks about innovation and social awareness and creativity and all these things all around pop culture, you know, and like comic books, rock and roll, animation, movies, you know, just all kinds of things. So they are on April 23rd? Yes. Okay, and taking place at? Cinnabar. So how did you come up with that? What made you pick them as a location? They go, okay. So I said okay too. Well, we both exchanged okays. That's a good way to make connections. Totally. So for people, well, Cinnabar, is it all ages or is it? Yeah. Okay, so there you go. It's an all ages event then? Yes. And what can people expect there? Well, that's a good question. They can expect comic book publishers and MMA fighter, and you know, all sorts of different people are going to be there to talk about the culture and, you know, where they fit in. It's possible that I'm talking to someone over at Leica. I'm not familiar with the Box Trolls movie. Oh, yes. Okay, now I know. It's all coming together. Yeah, I'm talking to them. We're trying to get that finalized and stuff, but it's just, it's fun. It sounds like there's going to be a lot of stuff. And so, okay, 23rd is a Thursday night? Yes. Okay. And what time does it start at? It's from 7 to 9. Very cool. And is there a cost? Yes. Yeah, there is. And what people should do is go to the Northwest Comic Talks on Facebook, or they can also just Google it. It's also at Brown Paper Tickets and
Very
some
cool.
other places.
So yeah, very accessible.
Yeah, if they want more information,
Yeah.
they can go to those resources.
Great.
Yeah.
So that's kind of your focus for April. That's what you got going on.
Yeah, I mean, this might air afterwards, but there's also Rock the Bricks, which is going to happen on the 18th. Yeah, so this will probably air after that.
So hopefully everyone went to Rock the Bricks, right?
Yeah, I
There
know
we go.
everyone did.
And then we can hear all the great stuff about that later.
Yeah.
So April is focused on the comic talks.
Yeah.
May, what do you have going on for May? Because
May 16th at the studio where I have a studio in the Salem Arts Building. And we're going to do a cosplay tutorial. And so we're going to have Jonathan Fraga is going to help with that. And Zombie Grimm, he's a cosplay person who does Pepakura. And we're just going to work on, like, it's from like 6 to 9, so we want to do accessories, focus on like making a superhero belt buckle out of foam or some sort of throwing thing out of foam.
so it's like really hands-on, get right in there.
It's learning some of the techniques on how to create those costume designs and stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Will you have kind of patterns for people to follow, or should they be ready with their own ideas?
They should come with an idea, and we'll teach them how to make a pattern.
Great.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Is it for anyone, any all ages, or
Yes.
is it there a certain age that it's better for?
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah. Let me see. Pretty much any age, but if it's a young child, they would probably want a parent's help
Yeah.
with everything. But yeah, I don't know. We'd be welcome for. We would want anyone 5 and up, I would say, just so they can make something cool.
Great. So
Yeah.
one of the things that I am familiar with that you do is a lot of kind of reuse in cosplay, and of course, I'm not. For anyone interested in or who knows what I'm doing, is like the whole upcycling and reuse is
Oh, yeah.
a totally great thing. So how, like, what kind of things do you reuse, and where's like your innovation for cosplay that we can talk about?
That's a cool idea. Yeah. Basically, I have a friend who has a gym. It's Parkour Infinity, and some of his mats he didn't use, so he gave them to me, and they're foam. And so I use those to create a lot of different props and things and to help people create those. And that's one example. I've called around to different places asking about remnants for different items, and then I've found things like a place was installing, for example, like a bar was installing all kinds of taps and things, and there were all these remaining hoses outside that they didn't utilize, and so I was like, I'm going to gather that for my own usage. And I mean, yeah, they were unused and they're just new. And just
So do you have like
scraps.
a store supply of
I have a ton.
random stuff you've collected?
Yeah.
Do your ideas come before the stuff, or does the stuff inspire your ideas?
Well, there's infinite ideas. So they all, like, yeah, sometimes you can look at what you have on hand and go, this would work for, like, a freeze costume, you know, like hoses and different things. Or, you know, like a Bane type thing. And so, yeah, you can look at what you have and then do things around it. That's a good way to do filmmaking and things, too.
Yeah.
It's like, let's live within our resources and means, you know, instead of thinking, I have to have a real ginormous explosion or something like that.
I think it's a great way to get involved in the craft and, you know, advance your hobbies, because it really doesn't have to cost a lot, like you said. I mean,
No.
reusing and repurposing stuff. And
It's a
I
big
think
deal.
It's really surprising some of the things you can make. I mean, well, I know I've seen your mask and I've seen your armor. It's really cool, and
It's incredible.
it's incredible.
No,
you heard it
it's-
here.
Yeah, no, I like it. So.
I love it. I think it's great. Well, and like I said, you're reusing stuff, and I
Yeah.
think that's really neat.
Yeah, I mean, I saw you were doing it, so I'm like, it's got to be cool. I'm
Right?
gonna do it
There you
myself.
go. I'm glad you copied me.
Yeah, I'm a copycat. I'll do anything, whatever you're
It's the
doing.
highest form of flattery,
Yeah.
so
I
why
agree with
not?
you.
Let's see. So that is May 16th, just to recap, so everyone knows and
Yes.
can check it out. Where can they get more information?
They can go onto the Facebook, the Northwest Comic Fest Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it's also on northwestcomicfest.com. There's all the different updates and news. I hadn't had that as full as I wanted it, and then someone brought that to my attention, Sean Cruz. He's like, you got to put more news in the news. And I'm like, that's a good point, Sean. And I went ahead.
I have to interrupt. We need to let people know Sean Cruz is a local comic book artist with Corrosive Comics.
That's true.
Because, people might now be curious. Who's
He's
this
been
Sean
on the
Cruz
show.
guy?
Well, I expect everyone to have seen all the other episodes by now.
If not, you need to go back and watch them all.
All of them. A couple
Every
times. So you catch everything.
one.
Yeah. You got to watch them a few times to catch it all.
Well, of course, because
Yeah.
there's always hidden gems.
Yes.
And this is where I'm expecting something to come across the screen.
I know.
So, do you only have one event in May? Because,
I think everyone should keep looking, because whenever I think of something, I'm like, well, I just thought of this. Let's totally do it right now. You know? I just thought of something. Let's schedule it and do it.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, everything.
That's kind of like, it could be a motto for you.
Yeah.
If you think it can happen.
And a lot of these ideas come from my lovely wife. In fact, I'd say 90%. So.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Your wife is full of lots of ideas. It's great.
Yeah, she's
it's
full.
good you have her.
Yeah, she's full of tons of ideas. Yeah, in fact, I haven't thought of one single thing that we're doing, but we're still doing it because they were good ideas.
That's right.
Yeah.
They were great ideas.
Yeah.
So, let's see what else we can talk about. Maybe, I don't know, do you have things in June, or is it just one of these like, we'll see how it goes?
I don't know. Can you come up with something? We'll just do it.
Oh, I'll get back to you on that. By the end of the show, I'll be like, hey, guess what we're doing, Casey? June, we've got this thing going on.
We should do... my wife talked about like a cake contest, maybe with like a hero comic book themed or something.
Ooh.
But then there was this other idea that was a really cool idea. It was having a children's art contest.
Ah.
So yeah, we should probably get all the submissions for that by then.
We should tell people to keep your eye out for an art contest.
Expect there to be art contests. Yeah, in fact, at the film festival we're having at the Comic Fest, got like trophies started. Isn't that cool?
That is great.
Look at that. That's lovely.
Check that out.
Yeah.
A little mask and a little film reel.
Yeah.
And this is total creative reuse.
Yeah.
It's, making it into an award.
You know what's true about the whole reusage thing?
What's that?
You will find that you end up making yourself something way cooler than if you would have just went out and bought one.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
And, a lot of the times it's more original, because even if you make 3 or 4 of them, each one has its own unique
Totally.
side.
I made the mask, and I bought the can, but I think it looks cooler than if I would have, I'm not going to send away for a trophy. I'm going to make a cooler one than I could even get.
I totally dig that. We should talk trophies, because I've got lots of random trophy parts.
Yeah?
In case you needed any tall stands.
I do. That's so weird.
Don't you
Cosplay
love this?
contest.
Making connections. I gotta make a note. I have to write a note, guys.
Go ahead. That's
I
what we're here
to
for.
Remember. Awards.
Yeah. Cosplay contest. We're going to have a cosplay contest. It's going to be awesome.
Well,
and so I want to use those for that.
You got it.
Yeah.
And people can prepare for the cosplay contest on May 16th.
I got these things. We're going to have a lot of stuff. We're going to have a film festival, and it says that the deadline for that is June 30th. We were talking about
I guess
June,
that's
right?
your June, right? There you go. So let's get into that, since,
Sure.
film is the next thing up.
Yeah. Good.
How film festival was it? It wasn't on the original lineup. I mean, that was kind of a later thing, wasn't it?
Well, you just gotta have one. If you're thinking fest and it's like a pop culture fest, there are films involved.
Well, I
with
would
pop
hope
culture.
so.
Yeah, there are films. There's like superhero films and stuff, and animations, stop motion animations.
Yeah.
Ryan Alonso actually works on those. He's he's a stop motion artist, and he even made like these prints and stuff. And we're gonna get some stuff from him. People are gonna get to have these on the show for coming on the show.
Very cool.
Yeah, they get autographed prints.
So, the film festival people can submit films, but there's a deadline.
Yes.
And you said June 30th?
Yes, that's all
so,
true.
what does someone do to get started with a film? I mean, because we talked about budgets, we talked about, I mean, can anyone do it?
They should, yeah, they can. Anyone can. Whether or not it's any good depends on, like, their work, I guess, like what they put into it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what they should do is watch some films.
Yeah.
Research how to do it. It's called YouTube and Google, I guess. So
It's modern research.
yeah, modern research. So you can look into, figure out what you want, get it all written out. Chuck McGee was on the show like a week or two ago, and he was talking about that process.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
he said that there are elements involved. Yeah, and writing and planning and reading.
Ooh.
These are
Writing
all,
and reading.
yeah,
Those are things I like.
yeah. You look like you might read because you write.
I also wear glasses.
Yeah, and then you take them off and you fly
And
away.
you never know. When I
Yeah.
take my glasses off, you wouldn't recognize me.
Well, you probably look really similar to that real-life superhero that we have here in Salem, so
Maybe.
maybe. I don't know.
So, requirements of the video fest.
Well,
Film fest.
let me see. It's got to be semi-recent, like within the last, I think, 12 months or so. I don't know. What they should do is go to the page
There we go.
on Northwest Comic Fest, and it's under the extra stuff. And
Are there
Yeah.
certain things that you're looking for in films, or is it
Yeah.
anything goes?
They can submit anything, but obviously we want some cool sci-fi, horror, hero, animation, stuff that you would, like when you think Comic Fest or when you think pop culture, that, starts those juices flowing.
Yeah.
You know what we want,
Anything inspired by a cosplay?
Something with special effects or something, I don't know.
Blow stuff up?
All the time,
There you go.
yeah. Sometimes unintentionally.
And sometimes unintentionally.
Yeah, or sometimes intentionally. I don't know. Either way.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm sure we could find someone locally who does blow things up. I know there's a couple people at Willamette that...
Do you? You know
Yeah.
some people?
I know some people who know some people.
We
who-
should.
It's that whole science thing.
Yeah.
You get science involved and you never know what you can do.
Well, we're gonna have all these different like performances and things at the fest. Maybe we should just have some random giant explosion.
Maybe. Actually,
Probably not. Actually.
Maybe no, not that random,
Yeah.
not that giant.
No.
But the whole idea of like mad science stuff.
We could show a
would be a great
picture
element.
of an explosion.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier to clean up,
Yes.
and it doesn't cost as much.
Yeah.
And those
It's-
are things to take into consideration.
Yeah. I've thought about that. Yeah.
So the Video Fest is part of Northwest Comic Fest.
Yep.
So the videos are going to be shown. So wait, deadline June 30th,
Yes.
and then they will be
They'll
collected,
be at Cinnabar.
gathered,
Oh yeah. Judged.
judged, juried, and executioner,
Yeah. There'll be judgment.
ready for the Comic Fest. And so they're going to be shown at Cinnabar as well. So it's going to be
Yes.
all ages again.
Yes.
So
That's right.
that's a good opportunity to check out some local talent. For
Yeah,
sure.
in fact, if people buy a ticket, not only is the Film Fest included and the Comic Fest, there's also a music fest that's going to be outside of the Comic Fest.
At the convention center there,
That's right.
in their courtyard.
Yes.
That is a great space.
Isn't it crazy?
But the funny thing is no one has ever thought to do a music festival there. I mean, you hear about other kinds of events happening, but not a full-on centered around music.
Yeah. The Northwest Comic Fest was the first people to ever think of that. Think about that.
First.
Yeah. So.
So let's talk music.
Okay. I like it.
That's good. I like it too. Sometimes.
We like music.
I love music. Actually, I do totally love music. And people really need to take the opportunity to see live music. Because, you can listen to it on a CD and it's great, but there's that element of live action that you can't get elsewhere when you're at a show.
Yeah, legendary drummer Ivan DePrume is going to be on the next episode. He makes music.
Hey, that's a great connection.
Yeah. He's going to be on the next episode after this.
He will be on the next episode. Well, will people be able to see him at the Comic Fest?
That's
Maybe.
a great question. I'm going to have to
You're going to have to
him.
ask him that.
Yeah.
Because Maybe people would like to see him.
I'll bet they. I always like to.
That live
Yeah.
action element.
I think that's a good idea. That's
I
good
think-
thinking.
There you go.
It's a smart idea.
Aw,
That's what I
thanks.
like about it.
So, the Music Fest, is it going to be taking place the whole time of the Comic Fest?
Yes.
Like, just nonstop music?
Yeah, nonstop everything. In fact, it's going to be frustrating how much is going on because you're going to want to do. There's going to be like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 different things happening at
And you
the
wanna be at
same time,
everything.
and you don't get to go to all of them. You don't get to. So you're going to have to figure it out. You have to figure out what your priorities are. It's like, oh, well, I want to watch this super cool movie. Then I'm going to have to run over here to learn how to do parkour. And then I'm going to have to go wait in here. And so I'm going to miss this awesome thing because I'm going to learn how to break dance. There's going to be break dancing. There's going to be parkour.
You're totally getting ahead of me.
Oh, okay.
This is my show tonight, not yours.
All right, I'll
Did you
shut
miss
up.
that?
I'll shut up.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my gosh.
So, rewind,
Okay.
and we're back. Anyway, okay, we got the Video Fest, we've got the Music Fest.
So sheepish now.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about the Comic Fest, because that
Oh.
kind of started all this other stuff.
When is that happening?
I think it's happening in August.
True.
Although we didn't talk about July, but maybe we can come back to July.
We're going to have a giant 4th of July is going to happen in July,
Well, that's good.
and we're responsible for that.
It never moves, right?
Yeah.
It's always on the 4th.
Yeah, if you see fireworks anywhere in July, we did that. That's actually not true.
No, I was going to say.
That's about
only
independence.
if it was a good display.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
see good fireworks, he did that.
Yeah, 4th of July it's a different thing. It's about independence, but we'll be there.
There you go.
We'll exist. Yeah.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, things aren't allowed to not exist until after August 15th,
Yeah. That's true.
right? Yeah.
Then, I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be
So-
crazy.
During the Comic Fest,
Okay.
you've got all kinds of things happening. Like you said, it's going to be nonstop. There's
Yeah.
going to be so much to do. You can't get to everything.
I
But
brought
need to know
notes
some
so
highlights.
that I know what's happening.
That's good, because we don't want to miss something.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the list is going to grow,
Yep.
right? I mean,
Well,
there's going to be
yeah.
a few more ideas.
I'll stop when I'm dead.
That's good. Actually, I don't know that you will stop when you're dead. I'm
Probably
sorry.
not.
But
I will
really-
reanimate
There you go.
and continue.
Yes. So, what kind of things, other than music and
Okay.
film, what kind of things can people get, or I guess, and comics, at the Northwest Comic Fest?
There will be a lot of comics and
Well,
a
that's
lot of comic themed comicness.
Yes.
But in addition to that, there will be parkour by Parkour Infinity. That's
Yeah.
Corey Jones has a parkour gym, and that's sort of near the airport-ish area, industrial area. He's going to
Cool.
be doing a performance, so we're going to learn how to do the kind of stuff that the Bat Family does, like jumping from rooftop to rooftop.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's amazing. And his crew.
And people can learn.
They're not only
basics?
going to see it, but then after they see it, they're going to get to talk to him about how, they can get involved. And then there's going to be a short introductory tutorial to kind of get a feel of where you can go.
Great.
Yeah.
So it's like a sampler, a tasting,
That's
a
right.
teaser to make people want more.
Salem, everyone around here, all the Oregon, they're hungry for this
They
stuff.
are. Yeah.
So I'm going to give them a taste.
You got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so other than parkour,
Well, in addition to
other than
parkour,
parkour and free kids,
let's see. Oh, free kids tickets. When you see this
Yes.
shirt, that means I have free kids tickets. That's what that means. Yeah. Tickets is all the way down here.
No taking the children,
No.
just the tickets.
Yeah. I should rethink the design, I think.
I think it's perfect.
Good.
I just
Good.
want you to know that is a great marketing campaign right there.
Yeah.
Unless people don't want kids.
Well, I don't know
And
what
then
they
they might
want.
give them to you.
I'm just
so
gonna
you
give them
can
everything.
Give them away. Who knows?
Yeah. I don't know what to do.
Okay,
Yeah.
we went through parkour. What else we got?
Confusing me.
That's what I'm here for.
All right. There's going to be parkour, and then we're going to have breakdancing. There's actually, again, a local group. I don't know if everyone knows what kind of amazing stuff is in our area, but I'm going to show you. So there's going to be parkour, and then there's going to be breakdancing by a group called Salem Cypher, and they're amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I've seen them perform a few times, and they really put on a show, and it's so great to see it.
It's amazing. Yeah, they're phenomenal. So, and then they're going to probably do a brief tutorial on how to do that as well.
Great.
Because we got to teach everyone, because, you know, you see all this superhero, superhuman type stuff, but then you're going to learn how to do it.
Share the awesomeness.
Yeah. So, you want to know more?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, fencing. There's going to be...
Salem Classical Fencing?
Yeah.
I am familiar with them.
Yeah.
I've seen them fence.
Yeah, we all get to now.
Now everyone can join in.
Yeah. See, now that Northwest Comic Fest, we're going to get to see fencing, parkour, breakdancing, and let me see, martial arts. Northwest Bujinkan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We're going to do karate.
It's like a little bit of everything. So, you know, maybe if swordplay isn't your thing, you can totally try martial arts.
Yeah. You can see how ninjas act.
You can become a ninja.
That's right.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're totally going to start a ninja school.
Yes. Well, we're going to start a superhero school and train people to be superheroes, because that's what's going on. I mean, we have
July's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know. We haven't definitively figured that out yet, but we need to do a superhero camp or something.
Oh, sure. A real superhero camp.
Yeah. Totally. Let me see. I'm gonna ramble off a couple more, so we get it all in here. I think we'll have some circus performances, possibly like A Gray Phantom, Rocky Horror. Hope you know those people.
Those people.
Yeah. Beatboxing with Robotic Torres. Yeah, and you know, like I said, just, and then guests. There's gonna be Chris Roberson. Like, have you heard of that iZombie TV show?
Yes, I have.
Okay, it was based off a comic book, and the guy who created the comic book is going to be there.
That's rad. Well, the comic takes place in Oregon.
Yeah, it does.
So it's got that kind of local connection.
It's all this, yeah. That's very pop culture and awesome.
It is.
So he's going to be there. Brett Welderly, Keith Tucker, and Aaron Myers, Nicole Brune, Justin Zimmerman. It's just to name.
You got a great lineup.
You know, yeah.
So if people want more information,
the website northwestcomicfest.com.
Don't forget that.
Yeah.
You guys are all going to have to go visit. Keep up to date because you're going to
northwestcomicfest.com. Do you understand?
You're going to keep updating the news?
Yes.
He's going to make sure news has news.
Yeah, I'm going to keep putting news in the news. It's
what
a good
else
idea.
Would you put there?
I don't know. I just recently thought of it, so.
I think I'm almost out of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that time.
I think they're probably going to take the show back from me.
Well, do you want, like, we got some prints and hats, or you can offer you a hat since you're the host.
I'd like to offer myself a hat.
There you go. I think, yeah, that's it.
Thanks for letting me take over your show.
Thanks for taking over.
I look forward to chatting again sometime in the future. Maybe I can come back and we can do a wrap-up sometime, and we can get kind of the feedback on what's next.
That's a great idea, like a post something. Yeah.
Yeah. Because, you know, actually one of the things, you always got to celebrate success.
Yep. That's me.
And now we're at 99 minutes left.
Yay, 99 minutes. All right. Cool.
Are we done here?
Yeah, we're done.
Thanks for having me.
This is the Northwest Comic Show. Brought to you by Northwest Comic Fest on August 15th and 16th of 2015 in the Salem Convention Center.
Northwest Comic Talks on April 23rd, 2015 at Cinnabar. The Willamette Valley Collectors Market, May 31st, 2015, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Northwest Comic Show is also brought to you by the Soup Shack, and the word delicious, and the word soup, and the word sandwiches. Thank you to downtown Salem's own Northwest Comic Gallery for the spectacular gift cards. We appreciate that on Northwest Comic Show. Thank you, Ryan Alonzo with Alonzo Art, for the beautiful prints.